How are you?
See you.
Cooper Lawrence, hi. How are you? Hi, my Titus. Good to see you again. Thank you very much for being with us.
Our pleasure.
So, Will might not be wearing a ring. This sounds like it could be an issue for a lot of people. Should it be an issue for Kate?
I think it's up to Kate. I think there's a lot of women that really don't mind. They like breaking up tradition. They don't like the idea that they have to. Think about the role she's going into. She's going into a role that has so much tradition behind it. There's so many things that she must do. So if the one thing that she gets to hold on to is the fact that he doesn't want to wear a ring, like I said upstairs, it's a ring, not a chastity belt. If a guy's going to cheat, he's going to cheat. Matt?
I don't think she really has a choice, and I don't think there's a woman on earth that doesn't want or care about her husband wearing a wedding. There's one.
There's one.
In general.
None of my friends wear wedding rings,
Oh,
by the way.
stop.
None of I have more friends that don't wear wedding rings than friends that do wear wedding rings.
Hippie chicks?
No.
Have they been married for a long time?
Yeah, actually. One of my best friends was, she just I think, 17 years last week.
But do you think it's because they've been married for so long, so they feel comfortable thinking, all right, I don't need to wear
They never wore them. They never, even from the beginning, they never wore them.
I don't have those same groups of friends. Everyone,
You guys are so uptight.
Yes, we're very uptight. I'm
I
very
need to go to
uptight,
dinner
very
at your
nervous and
house.
uptight.
Why should Kate, or any other woman for that matter, be wearing a ring and the guy get away with not wearing a ring?
Because it's jewelry. It's jewelry. If it's lovely and it's
It's not just
expensive,
jewelry.
it's jewelry. We love jewelry.
And the guys, their excuse is, I have a skin allergy and it bothers my finger. Unless it's a fatal potential allergic reaction, I think that he can, suck it up and put the wedding band on and wear it. I think that it's a symbol, as I said upstairs, of eternal love between the couple, and I think it means something. I think it's a mutual respect for the marriage.
The bond is in your heart. It's in your relationship. It's the decisions you've made
Cooper,
with the person. I don't think a ring. Look at all the divorces out there. So you're telling me that everybody that wears a ring is not getting divorced because it means that they're bonded? There's a lot of people that it doesn't matter.
But other people can argue if they're out at a bar, right? The first thing you look at on a guy as a female is whether or not there's a wedding ring on his finger.
What about the women that go after men that have wedding rings? They specifically want to be with a man that has a wedding ring. They don't want a commitment themselves, and they're specifically looking for a guy that they could, not have anything too serious with. There's women that love that.
I don't think that there's anything wrong with, if it's in your heart, showing it on your finger. At all. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right,
so
if you want to. I think it's an individual choice. Some people want
jewelry,
to, some people don't.
To say it's jewelry, it's a lot more than just jewelry. It's what the institution of marriage is, and people know, so they don't waste time like you were trying to say.
So if you feel the way Matt feels, then you
wear it.
should wear a wedding ring. That's the idea. If you feel that way, but not everybody feels that way. And I think people don't respect marriage like they used to.
I agree with that.
And as a
Yes.
result, they treat the institutions of marriage and the traditions of it differently.
So if you're in a relationship and you really, as a female, want to get your husband to start wearing his ring if he hasn't been, what's the best way to approach that?
Jesus.
I don't think it's a battle worth fighting.
Honestly, I would say, you got to talk from the heart, and you have to explain things, and you have to do it in a calm way and say, hey, listen, I feel uncomfortable when you don't have a wedding band on because it doesn't represent what your status is as a married man.
I think you have bigger issues if you're disturbed that your husband doesn't wear a wedding ring. It's obviously you don't trust him. Obviously there's bigger issues, and I think you have to address that.
If it's just trust, I think, again, I like to go back to the respect of the institution of marriage. I think it's part of what we've all in America at least do when we get married. Probably 75-80% of people maybe more know about putting a wedding band on, and it's what is done in the majority of marital situation. So
but a lot of people are not that traditional. They're more modern. They want to define their own weddings. Not everybody is, getting married in the same way with like a rabbi or a priest.
True,
so people do like to break away from tradition. So it really is a matter of the quality of your relationship. If the not wearing of a ring is indicative of something else, then it's an issue. If you're just not into it, then that's fine. I've got friends that not only are they so into it, they have a tattoo instead of a ring.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
But what happens if you break up?
You cut your finger off. It's going to cut your finger.
Really?
Your finger.
You got 9 more. What's the difference? Yeah.
Matt Titus, Cooper Lawrence, thank you so much.
so much.
Great having
Thank
you
you.
guys on Backstage Live. Always fun.